It's always nice when performing magic to stand out from your regular, I like to call him Uncle Joe, that does normal, boring card tricks. I think that's a good statement, right? Stand out from the normal and the boring. So I like to use these types of moves that I'm going to show you in this video to do just that. Just a little bit of not necessarily flourishing, but something fancy, something out of the ordinary for them to be like, oh wow, he really knows what he's doing, or she really knows what they're doing. Because if not, then people are just going to say, oh, he knows a few card tricks. So in today's video, I'm going to show you what I like to do in combination with my magic. It's called a enthusiast spin out move, and it's a way to produce a card instantly from the middle of the deck, or at least that's what it seems. It's rather easy to do. Let's show you step by step how it works and how you can use it. All right, let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. This video is sponsored by the Knock Luxury Collection, and when I say sponsored, I just mean that this is my deck and I'd like you to support it if you can. The link is down below for the Kickstarter campaign, and this is going to be launched on Tuesday, November 24th, so depending on when you're watching this. So Tuesday, November 24th, only on Kickstarter. Obviously there are 3 versions if you've caught up to date with everything. There is the bronze, there is the silver, and there is the gold version of this deck. But what I really wanted to sort of bring to light in today's video is obviously the foil backed cards of this deck. Now, yes, they are foiled, but also another thing that I want to mention is that they are fully marked. So yes, these cards have a new system of marking, and we have fully marked these cards. So these cards have a new marking system which we've come up with, where not only can you tell what the suit of the card is like all the other knocks, but you could also now tell the value of the card just by looking at the back of the card, and that is a system we've been working on for a few years now, so I'm very excited to bring that to life. Please check out the link below for the information. If you are there early, then you can go put that alert on, because that's going to give you all the information that you need for the campaign. It's going to last about 30 days, so I do appreciate the support. Thank you so much for just supporting and helping me out. This is a big project, so I really hope that if you want to support me, like the decks, like what I do, you can go ahead, check out the link below. Thank you very much. Let's get into today's tutorial. Alright, the idea of this move is to make it look like a card is being shot out from the middle of the deck, and not make it look like some of the problems that I've seen that made me want to teach this move, which we'll go over right now. So first things first is what you don't want to do is make it look like exactly what's happening. Basically the idea is to make it look like it's coming out of the center, but I see a lot of people come here and then come too far forward with the right hand, making it seem like the right hand is just coming in and tossing out a card. The spin is not fast enough, and the spin is not at the right time, so it's going to look then as if, again, exactly what's being taken place is happening by spinning it out, and this is what you're going to see a lot of the times. That's what they do when they okay, moving on. So those are the 2 main issues and problems that I see with this move. Right hand coming out too much. It doesn't look like it's coming out of the center, and it doesn't look like sort of a natural action. And 2, the spin is not fast enough, or at least the spin is not even spinny enough, so that it just comes out mediocrely, and it looks like exactly that, exactly what the method is. So to fix those 2 problems, we're going to learn it correctly. So start off with the cards just like this, in the same position as if you were going to shuffle, and the same position as doing an running up the ladder cut, kind of like this. And you want to, before starting to learn this technique, and I think this goes for a lot of stuff, you want to be comfortable in this position. Now, this is not a position that you're used to having both hands here, right hand on the right side and left hand in the left side. That's your starting position. I mean, obviously the right hand's going to be on the right side. It's not like the right hand's going to be here, and you get the idea. So you want to be comfortable with all the nuances and subtleties that go into before, let's say you do a up the ladder cut. You're going to square up. So figure out how you're squaring up. What are your fingering positions? Middle fingers are here, or are you squaring up here? Is your middle finger out here? So figure that out. Okay, we don't pay too much attention to this, but we should, especially for moves like this, because we want it to go from here, from doing another move, to naturally coming in and doing the spin out move. And you don't want at this point to come and then restructure and then get ready for the sleight. And that goes without saying with anything, right? With any sleight that you do, you don't want to come here and then get into the position, all right, if that makes sense. So with that being said, start off with your right hand here, left hand here. You're going to start with a slip cut. Now, here's another problem with the slip cut, and trust me, I am guilty of this as well, so I'll be the first to admit. When I do the slip cut, look, my first finger is basically, if you don't know what a slip cut is, you're cutting half the deck, top half to the left, bottom half to the right, but you're also putting your right hand pressure on this top card right here, and that's going to drag that first card here, and that's going to basically slip it. So you're slipping the card just like that. Now once you've done the slip cut, that's what then the top card is going to be kicked out. But some people make the slip cut a little too obvious by doing this. All right, and trust me, like I said, I'm guilty of this too. I've seen myself do this, and I'm aware of it. Your first finger that comes out here, and your first finger, the right hand, puts pressure here. You don't want to do that. You want both fingers to mimic each other and put more pressure with the right to slip it this way. All right. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people, they try to kick this out before they have the top card being put onto the second packet, the bottom packet. Now, what's going to happen is if you try to do that, it's not going to spin out correctly. All right, so you have to wait until you get the pressure of your right finger, right first finger, being able to push down on the top card, and that top card is now in contact with the right hand's bottom packet. All right, that is what's going to help, that pressure, because you need pressure from the bottom to spin it out. All right, so you're going to come here, slip cut, don't spin just yet, put pressure, then you could spin. Now it's at this point when you want to start to spin. Now the spin is with the first finger kicking out like that. Now at first that's what's going to happen, not much. All right, it's just going to kind of fall over. And that's okay because you haven't built up strength in your first finger yet. Okay, also, obviously, you don't want to do this to begin with. This is my advice. Don't try to do this to begin with because you do want to build up that first finger strength as much as possible. It's like working out, doing push-ups, or how do they do those? I don't know. Anyway, you want to get that going, but you could also, of course, do a little thing like this, a flick of the wrist. And a flick of the wrist is going to help with the momentum and the velocity of that card. Of course, you don't want to overdo it, and that goes back to that problem that I talked to you about. If you overdo it, you're just doing that, and you're kicking that out. So you just want to kick it just a little bit. If you know about my brick pass technique, you could take that idea into account. But that's sort of the idea of how you want to do it, and then it goes from bigger to smaller action until it's just a very small. Okay, I have a lot of sound effects in this tutorial, so I hope you appreciate that. So here, slip cut, press down, kick out. Okay, maybe give it a little bit of a kick, and also make sure at this point that your middle finger is on this portion of the deck, not too much in the corner. All right, get it in there deep a little bit, not, obviously not too much, but you need a pivot point. If you're going to be here, the card won't pivot correctly off of it because it doesn't have enough skin to pivot off of. So you want it just about there, a little bit deeper, okay? And you'll notice that in attempting to do this, especially if you're doing this for the first time, or even if you've been doing this. This is a problem that a lot of people I see having, and they're wondering why it's not spinning correctly. It's just kind of sort of shooting out straight, even if you're doing all the other steps correctly. Here, kick it a little bit, middle finger, make sure it's there, strength with that, kick it, and now what's going to happen is, you see a lot of people, they try to do this. Bring this back, even if you come out here, bring it back quickly, and you want your left hand rather to come up as if it's coming out of the center. Boom. Okay, that's what I think is going to make it look good, making it coming out of the center of the deck. Obviously, we're shooting this off of the top in case I didn't say that already, but that's how it should look. Come out here, come out here. If you want to raise this as well, that could work as well. So you kick it out, raise it, and then come back. And I like to kind of keep it like this so that it's like as if that's where it came from in the middle, and then square up after I've done the move. Okay, so you're here, you do the move, I come here and then I square up, or I come here and then I kick this up even further and then square up, making the sound as if I'm cutting the deck. Okay, I've seen people do this as well, and then maybe do something like that. But in any case, you know where your cards are that needs to be produced. You know what you have to do before and after the effect, so you could go and do it to the best of whatever you need it for. So here, here, and then there. Okay, and one extra little tip that I have for you is that to make it feel natural and not as a sleight. So let me tell you what I mean by that. I don't like to do this. Okay, and your card is somewhere here. Watch carefully. I'm just going to do this and put too much emphasis on the sleight part. And get your fingers ready and everything. It should come natural. So I would like to do, and if you're doing it up the ladder, obviously you want to retain the top. So you're doing it up the ladder, and you want a natural action of this happening, rather than putting too much emphasis and everybody look here and we're going to do it. I feel like this move is elegant because it sort of happens, by themselves. The cards, the card just shoots out. Obviously you don't have to take it to that extreme, like, oh, what, the card shot out. I have no idea how that happened. But you want to make it seem a little bit more natural. Do a shuffle and say, as if the card just shot out, you cut the deck and the card shot out. I hope that makes sense. So as long as you know that, I think you're going to have fun with this. Play around with it, come up with your own versions, and enjoy. Alright guys, so please don't forget that our biggest project to date is launching very soon, in a few days, on Tuesday, November 24th, coming up very, very soon. It is the Knock Luxury Collection by myself in collaboration with Riffle Shuffle. There are 3 decks printed to perfection by Cardamundi, and it is coming exclusively to Kickstarter on November 24th. So please, please, please be on the lookout for that if you want to support me and what I do, as well as Kevin from Riffle Shuffle. It's been a hard year for playing cards. A lot of projects got pushed back, so we're really trying to make this a big one. So in a few days, if you can, please go fund the Kickstarter of Knock the Luxury Collection. I hope everybody has an amazing day, and we will see you very shortly on the next one. Peace.